Hi guys, welcome back to Life in My 20s, where we talk about life in our 20s unedited. I've not made one of these in a while, but today I want to talk about a poem I wrote when I was in 2022. So I was 19, and I found it today and I thought, I am still exactly where I was. But not really. But let's talk about it. So the poem was, I can't decide if I'm finding myself or forgetting who I am. This is something about growing up that no one really warns you about, and maybe this is an original thought, maybe this is not something that people experience, but I have found so much that the more I grow up, there's like this picture I created in my mind when I was younger of who I was going to be and how my life was going to go. And I see things very black and white. This is the way that it is going to go. And if it doesn't go that way, then I'm failing. I like set these expectations for myself and these deadlines. And then if I don't meet them, I'm so hard on myself about it. Don't look at my hair. Also, I have a UTI, so I'm drinking a coochie cocktail. It looks horrible. It's just cranberry grape juice and pineapple juice. Anyway, I feel like I get further and further from the person I thought I would be. And I carry so much shame about that. You know, I carry so much shame about not being who I thought I would be when I was 17. A child still, and making decisions that don't lead to who I thought I'd grow up and be. Even though when I ask myself now, what do I want? What is right? What feels right? It's those things. And so I kind of just want to talk about the concept of change. And I feel like this happens a lot in your 20s, but I also feel like it just kind of happens as you get older. Because I have talked to so many 50-year-old women who still don't know what they want to do with their lives, and they still feel like they're figuring it out. And so the concept of being in your 20s is kind of funny, because I think you do figure it out more as you get older, but also I think there's always things that you're like, I don't know. So I feel like I have held myself to the standard of who I think I'm supposed to be, rather than who I actually am. And a lot of times I end up self-sabotaging because I say, well, this opportunity doesn't line up with who I think I should be, so no. Or I can see myself developing as a person and my character developing, and some of the things are different than I thought I would be like as a grown woman, and that's okay. Like, I'm allowed to be this way or be that way or however I want to be. And I do think it's important, and I feel like I connect with my child self a lot, and like, not ask her what I should do. That's juju. That's weird. But like, ask myself what my childhood self would do. And that's not really what I'm talking about, but I feel like when I was a teenager, I started trying to like run from the person that, sorry, my mouth is like dry. My mouth started moving kind of weird. I was trying to run from the life that I had, like the trauma and things I went through. I was trying to be someone I wasn't for so long and show up as like this perfect Christian who never makes any mistakes and never curses and never does anything wrong. And the reality is that I am imperfect, and I literally cannot be a picture perfect. And I also think that one of my like morals and things I hold myself to is always being truthful and always being real. And I think what I'm being met with is that the girl that I was as a teenager, that I'm trying to be and be perfect like her, and she was so good, was fake, you know? Like, it was someone I wanted to be. And now as I'm getting older, you realize that's not actually who I am. And I'm allowed to change and mold and grow into who I actually think I'm supposed to be. And I'm allowed to let go of the made up woman in my mind that 18, 17, 16-year-old me thought that I would be. Because a lot of the things I did then were for how it looked. Okay, I'm gonna like share these Bible verses on social media, and like part of it was genuine. I do think it was genuine, but then part of it was like, oh, so people will think that I'm a perfect Christian. But yeah, I'm feeling shame about not wanting to look that way. And I think the reality is I'm sorry, I have to take this out. I just can't even look at it anymore. The thing is is like, I just don't want to be fake anymore, you know? I want to be someone that I am proud of. And I guess that all I'm saying is like, it's okay to grow out of who you thought you would be. And I like don't like take this weird, like, I still love God, but I don't have to like shout it from the rooftops and try to make myself look perfect and try to literally be perfect all the time for that to be real. And I think that's a big misconception in Christianity, is like, if you don't look like you're doing good, then you're not doing good with God. And I'm really learning right now a lot. And honestly, my relationship with God hasn't been great. But I also feel like for a long time I built a lot on sand. And that foundation came crumbling down. And so I'm relearning a lot. And that is kind of the point, is you're allowed to relearn and you're allowed to start over. And just because you're in your 20s or 30s or 40s or 50s doesn't mean that you have to hold on to who you once were. You can appreciate that person and let her go, let him go, whatever, and say, okay, it's time for change. It's time for something new. And that's okay. You know, maybe this is just me struggling with change. I don't even know what this video diary is going to like be called, because this is it's jam-packed. But anyway, I just wanted to talk about that. Today is July 14th, Monday night. It's 11:18 p.m. I need to go to bed. And yeah, comment below and tell me what you think. Okay, I'll see you later.